guys, welcome back to Drawing Doodles with Walker. Today we're going to make a conch shell. Since it's getting warm outside and it's getting that time when people usually think about the beach, we're going to give ourselves a little beachy feeling. So we're going to start vertical, and the first thing we're going to do is come and we're going to make a line that comes up at a little bit of a slant, and we're going to make one that comes up a little bit taller on a slant. And then we're going to curve the edge and wave down and up, just like a roller coaster. We're going to come from that same line. We're going to go up and over and down below it on the line to the left. About halfway up, we're going to go out and curve that edge. All right, from here, we're going to be making a V shape that curves as it goes. So it's going to be kind of like you think about a trophy cup. So rounding until you get a little bit below those lines. Rounding in until you're a little bit below those lines. And now we're going to come and let them meet down at a curved point. Now, it's okay if that's not totally even because it's a shell, and shells are organic matter. They're not something we built with straight sides. So we're going to come right here on the side, and we're going to make a bump out, kind of like a sideways hill, and we're going to come to the point. Now we're going to make the little edge of the shell, so we're going to follow that line again, and we're going to go parallel to it, just a little bit inside. All right, once we have that, we're going to go and make the top part of this where it bumps up and over. So starting on the third bump, we're going to come up. In the middle of the second bump, we'll go up, maybe a little bit further over the middle. Then we'll draw our roller coaster line again, down, up. We're going to come make a roller coaster up, then come down to touch that top. We'll come a little bit below on the line on the left. Roller coaster up and then touch down. It's up to you how far you want that to go over. Just make sure it's inside right here. Then we're going to come to this far right one. We're going to come up and up almost all the way off the second one. And we're going to make that roller coaster line again. And they don't all have to be exactly parallel because remember, it's a natural thing. Then we're going to come up on the left and roller coaster it down. We're going to come and make a curved rectangle or sort of rectangle. And then we're going to make a little point above that. All right, so the other thing that makes conch shells really interesting is they have this texture of patterns. And we're going to emphasize how those shapes are changing and going around. So we're going to come and make curved lines that don't follow an exact pattern other than they're bumping out with the curve of the shell. So they're not all lined up perfectly going straight across like we would think about a checkerboard or something like that. This is a little bit more broken, a little bit more natural. And I'm going to continue that pattern up here. It helps you get the feeling that it's three-dimensional. So these are contour lines. It means you're describing the edge or the surface of something. Okay, perfect. We are ready to Sharpie. Now I did get a Sharpie that has a fat end and a thin end. That way I can show you dividing it, just like we think about headlines in a book or titles of the chapter, or even think about vocabulary words in your texts at school. Those always show you words that are the important dividers or the important words like the vocabulary. They show them in bold. So our eyes are naturally trained to see those bold things as being the first to look at or the most important. And so by helping your viewer out and using those bold lines for the main lines, you're making it easier for people to understand your picture. So I'm coming around, I'm finishing those. And then I am going to switch over to the thin so that I can get those small little details, those contour lines that we created. And I'm going to let my marker skip up every so often. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure on it, but not a lot. That way I can kind of have it be a little bit more natural, a little bit more broken and random to give it that feeling of just the surface of the shell. All right, it's time to erase your pencil and then go in with whatever color you want. Maybe you want it to be realistic colors with the pink and the peach and the gentle tans, or maybe you want to make it a psychedelic shell. Maybe it's going to be rainbows all over. Whatever you do, go for it. And we are excited you are with us today. We will talk to you again later with another drawing. Bye, guys.